Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just blood too. Bad motherfucker, but in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Rice TVX, the mic's live wire. American Pitbull, real gold buyer. Sound money advocate, vice defender. In the crypto arena, he's the top contender. From the gritty streets of the digital age, Rice lays wisdom, chapter and page. Silver, gold, he scores only the bold. Land, life, and liberty, these values hold. Constitution, deep dive, knowledge revival. Navigate the system, critical for survival. Rice engraved like inscriptions on metal. Pitbull in the game, lead foot on the pedal, foot on the pedal.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live, baby. We're doing it live. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to the rundown. Today we're doing an FOMC meeting with one of the look, he's been under a rock, under Mount Rainier. I don't know where this guy has been at Langley. Where remote viewing somewhere? Like what the fuck?
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about Rice TVX, ladies and gentlemen. Where have you been, man? The streets
I've been
missing you.
I've been hibernating. It's just the best way to put it. Been hibernating, my friend. Can you hear me?
It's ridiculous. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I mean a combination.
How you been, man? It's a whole new world. We're in a whole new world. I haven't. Last time we were streaming. Yeah,
I was telling somebody I know. It was like I woke up, and I'm saying this because there's been so much that happened. Like, okay, when was the inauguration? That was just like 9 days ago. It feels like. It feels like crypto time is slow compared to this past week and a half.
Facts.
So much shit has happened. I was planning on getting back in content early January, and then right after Christmas, I ended up getting sick. I'm still kind of getting over the sickness. And then I had a cat that got spayed and ended up having some technical difficulties with stitches and ended up having to have staples in her stomach, which she just got out yesterday. And that's been kind of a nightmare. So I've just been dealing with, a lot of personal shit.
Let's see what we got here, Rice, really quickly. It's 2 o'clock. Let's see what the Fed decision is right now.
Did you find a channel?
486 on a 2-year, 421.
Real quick, what do you think they're going to do?
2 basis points, and finally, just to round it out, your 30-year, 478.87 with the Fed decision.
I think he's going to do nothing.
Nothing, Burger, from the Fed. No change in rates. No change in balance sheet policy.
Okay, pause
and
this.
only small changes in the economic
assessment.
Pause. Just bring the volume down.
Bring the volume down. Suggests that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. The first sentence says a carryover from December.
This goes into the theory that I wanted to bring up today too.
The unemployment rate has stabilized at a low level in recent months, and labor
normally when the Fed, central banks start to lower interest rates, they continue lowering interest rates. They don't stop. They don't pause.
The Fed did remove a reference to the quote,
but
very true.
And I'm not sure if it was the very last FOMC meeting or 2 FOMC meetings ago when the Trump question came up
into the statement
about resigning to Jerome Powell, and then basically Jerome Powell's answer was no,
unchanged.
No,
right.
And basically here's the crazy thing. By the Fed doing this, and I didn't really think we were going to get into this early, but this will be before Jerome Powell comes on. With the Fed doing this, they are straight up battling Donald Trump.
Agreed.
Because otherwise they would just continue with lowering interest rates. The only reason they're not lowering interest rates is because that is what Trump wants. What do you think about that?
I'm with you.
Okay, well then here's the next part of the equation. You ready for this? The U.S. president can direct the Federal Reserve during emergencies. The president can issue a proclamation and declare a national emergency and then use their emergency powers to direct the Federal Reserve. Explanation: the president can use emergency powers to direct the Federal Reserve during times of financial strain, natural disasters, or other emergencies. The president can issue a proclamation to declare a national emergency, can then specify the provisions of law that they will use in the act. The president can use the Presidential Emergency Action Documents, PEADS, to prepare for emergency scenarios. The president can use emergency powers to allocate supplies during in energy emergencies. The Federal Reserve Act was created to ensure that the financial system is stable and the money supply and credit during times of stress. Things that would allow for these extenuating circumstances would be such as examples of energy actions would be suspending regulations, controlling prices, which we've already heard, providing financial assistance, which you're already doing, blocking international financial transactions, already happening, seizing assets held by foreign nationals, already happening, especially to Russia, restricting exports, limiting foreign direct investment, and the last one, imposing tariffs. So when Donald Trump, his way of battling this is you're going to see him take over the Fed using emergency powers. Not that I agree with it. Not that I agree with it at all. But that is what I believe.
You don't agree with him taking over the Fed?
I don't agree with emergency powers. A lot of emergency powers stay permanent. A lot of what happened under FDR was supposed to be emergency. Look where the fuck we are now. Wasn't that an emergency banking act?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, emergency is not a good thing.
Emergency under Trump is.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that. I mean, you know how I feel about the whole thing, and I'm kind of throwing up in my own mouth for even participating in the fucking voting system to begin with.
Why?
Because I just don't like participating.
But you did
the fact that he's freed Ross makes it feel that much better.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Your vote was a if any
my vote wasn't gonna matter. He would have won anyways. If I didn't vote, he still would have won. I didn't change. It wasn't me that changed this election cycle.
But that's what you think, because everyone needed to think like you to get it too big to rig. You get what I'm saying? If everyone was thinking how you previously were thinking, then we wouldn't have had enough votes. It would have been a slim margin, and then they would have, did their old.
I mean, I voted for Trump, and I'm not Team Trump. So, and I don't like I don't like a lot of what he's done. I'm not a big fan of this Stargate shit. I mean, we've got plenty of stuff to talk about on future shows just based off the past 8 days. We probably have 3 months worth of videos doing it 7 days a week. We probably do multiple videos and just cover shit from just this week and a half.
So you don't like what Trump is doing so far?
I didn't. I said I don't like a lot of what Trump is doing so far.
Okay, so you don't like a lot of the stuff that Trump is doing so far.
I don't like a lot of stuff that any of these politicians are doing, and I really wish that I just didn't participate. That's all. I'm still rescinding my vote and all that kind of shit. Like I had said in my video when I said I did something I would never do again. I mean, it's voting between a douche and a turd sandwich, man. That's all it is. And I told you
exactly. AI. If everyone thought like that, he would have lost. It would have been the same thing again. Too narrow, and then the Dems would have took it again. In my opinion, that's just my.
What are you honestly thinking? I'm not. I promise people I've not been cloned. This is me. I think I've been pretty outspoken about how I feel about politics in general. I mean, I've always identified as an independent, sort of a libertarian, if I had to put a label on it, but I just don't want to participate. I mean, not everything is going to be great. That's all I want to say.
A Hill says, "Stop it! Presidents don't have power. This isn't a football game.
No, kings have power. You're gonna have Donald Trump the king.
If you think presidents don't have power, then you wouldn't have seen a fucking complete 180 reversal in action on the border. All, you know, Biden's whole thing was, I got to go through congressional, we got to get this and pass. No, we didn't. The president had the power to fix the border, and he decided not to. So I disagree with you, brother.
No, he's done some good things, but he's done some
Range of
weird things,
power.
dude. It is a mixture of good and bad. It's not like every single fucking thing that Donald Trump has done in his first 8-9 days as president has been 100% good. There's been some things that I like, but there's been some things that I don't like either. I do like the fact, and I want to see how much information is actually going to come out with the JFK, RFK, MLK Jr. information. Let's see what is not redacted. Because I still have a feeling where they're going to be redacting a lot of that information. We're not going to get full disclosure.
You're like the what's the person that
you know I don't like politics.
You're like the UFO community, right? For so many years, they've been wanting all the evidence, disclosure, this and that, and then you finally getting it. We're getting it, and now it's not good enough.
Okay,
now
so are you a fan of this Project Stargate? Have you looked into it and seen anything about it?
Like AI said, it was a little concerning or weird.
A little?
That they named it Stargate, which I don't know if you know. I'm sure you do because you're knowledgeable.
What movie?
Project Stargate? No,
I don't necessarily know what Project Stargate is. I know there's a Stargate viewing movie. Okay,
the CIA remote viewing project.
Is that what it is?
Called
okay.
Stargate. Yeah, like of all names, y'all decided to go with Stargate, a CIA black project for remote viewing. Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of still trying to digest all the shit that's just been going on, even just this whole month. Not including just the Trump stuff, just this whole entire month. I mean, it does seem like there are some things that are going to be beneficial for the people, but I always caution people to make sure they're paying attention to what's actually going on, and don't let smoke be blown up your ass because you just like somebody. Because not everybody is perfect, and not every fucking president is going to do great things 100% of the time.
You're wrong. You said not every person is perfect. No, not one person is perfect. So I'm not one of those people that like Trump can't do wrong. He's going to do wrong. He's going to make mistakes. But people cannot sit up here and tell me that this guy in 9 days,
I mean, dude, there are
done more for crypto, more for the border, more for a whole bunch of
he's delivering on the things that he said he would do, and that's positive because you don't see that a lot. So I can at least commend him on delivering on the majority of what he said he wanted to do in the first couple days, first week, whatever we are. I can say that, but not everything that he signed in is completely good for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, tell me a couple things
again.
You don't like.
I would really have to go through all the stuff. The Stargate shit is very fucking concerning. That is like a big red flag to me. The working with those people because of everything that's already involved with it, and now some of the censorship that's being involved with talking about some of the stuff involving like a 4-letter acronym that starts with an M and ends with an A. You're going to start having a lot of, and it had something to do with COVID. M, 4 letters and ends with an A.
Shit, man. I mean, we already shadow banned on YouTube. I mean, what does it matter?
M runner.
Huh?
mRNA. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
That shit's gonna, like, they're already censoring that shit. People talking about that because that is a portion of what they're doing with the Stargate stuff. The Stargate stuff is almost like taking it's scary, man. But I don't have enough complete detailed information for me to feel comfortable having a discussion about all these things in specifics because I haven't done the homework, and I'm just going to be honest.
So Stargate, to me, was a good PR move to show the world that we're investing in our infrastructure here. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need to do. So dollars need to start being allocated to domestic endeavors.
Yeah, but they're talking about creating V's with the Stargate via the AI to combat things like cancer.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing, but who knows what's in the fucking V's? Because what was in the V's before?
And it's really interesting. Before
you're going to issue AI powered cancer vaccines is what you're fucking talking about,
and that's going to be great.
I don't think so, especially knowing who controls our fucking who programs our fucking AI.
Let me say this: the reason why it's going to be great is because it's not going to be rushed, and it's going to go through a full process. Especially if RFK is at the helm of human health services or whatever. We're going to get a better and less.
We'll see. I mean, again, it's just in my opinion, paying attention to what's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, it does seem like the techno bros, Silicon Valley, like the PayPal mafia type, a lot of the shit that Whitney Webb was talking about is coming to fruition with them getting a lot of control, and their pasts are all fucking shady as fuck. And that has a lot to do with Stargate too. It's just not the best, man. That's all I'm saying. And then on the flip side of that, you still got a bunch of people who think that apparently like someone who exposed a lot of information in regards to what happened with the pandemic, some lady, and I forget her name, has been going down to Cuba, to Guantanamo Bay, and claiming that they're building, courthouses or something, that they're getting ready to do a bunch of fucking, like apparently where it comes from the Q crowd about people being cloned and arrested, that is still being perpetrated.
All I'm saying is, bro, I'm in tech, so I do understand how AI can significantly, and if in the hands of the right people that aren't trying to rent seek and exploit from a capitalistic standpoint, in the right hands can be a game changer for humanity.
Question is OpenAI and Microsoft the right hands?
We don't have anything else in America that we're aware of. It doesn't matter because we're now in an age that we just saw what happened with DeepSeek. Okay, DeepSeek came out of the East and disrupted everything the U.S. was attempting to do.
Have you seen the thing today?
Creating a moat. They're creating a moat. They tried to create a moat where it's going to take all these chips and billions of dollars, but DeepSeek came out and tore it up, which is good. That's good for competition. I heard, Nvidia CEO say that. Trump came out and said something to that manner. So it's great. Competition is great, and it's gonna basically hold our feet to the fire in regards to being more ethical about how we roll out AI, because OpenAI, ironically enough, was supposed to be open sourced, and that's the whole problem that Elon had.
It was supposed to be when it was supposed to be a non-for-profit, because it was a not-for-profit, if I'm not mistaken, and then they went private or went public and offered shares or something to that effect. They were supposed to start out and be completely open.
I know,
and I don't even think anybody really knows who actually invented DeepSeek.
Yeah, I mean they do.
They do.
My understanding, it's a quant. Okay. It's a quant trading firm.
I know that there's like it's open source and all that, but I wasn't sure if they knew who did it. I guess they put out today something called Janus something.
Yeah, that's the image version.
Yeah, which apparently is like trouncing everything else out there,
which is great, and it's open source. So this is great.
It's really interesting that China's doing this and making it open source. This is weird.
Why is it weird?
Because it's China making this open source, knowing how China's been with their technologies, how they are as a communist country, with the way that they control their citizens, to have this information and just let it out for free doesn't seem.
That's what we've been told that China is. Clearly,
I know some people in China. You know, and I interviewed a guy that
I do too.
got cut off. That got cut
there.
off of the interview because he apparently didn't identify himself before he logged in on the internet, because you have to identify yourself. Like, I wouldn't be able to log into my internet in China unless I was identifying who I am, and my identity
really
is attached to it.
See, this is the thing I have the problem with us in the United States.
Would you just rather have an authoritarian just say what you got to do instead of pretending like we're not slaves?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we over here pretend like we're free.
Is it better to know you're a slave, or is it better to pretend that you're not a slave?
It's better to know that you're a slave. It's better to know you're a slave.
Okay, well, everybody who's watching this, I want everybody to realize you're a slave, just like I'm a slave, and just like Blood is a slave.
You are. In America, it is. It is.
Everybody is. You're a slave to this whole financial system. The only way you're not, you go live off the grid, you know, and you're not going to make an impact alone or with a few people going to live off grid. You're just going to be the crazy people living off grid, and easy to take out because you're in a little group, little cluster group.
And it's crazy because I put a tweet out the other day, Rice, and I said, it's so crazy how everyone is saying that China's DeepSeek AI is censored, and the weightings in the AI is bent towards the CCP, because you can ask a question about Tiananmen Square and they won't answer it or whatever. I said, how is that any different, Rice, than me paying? I'm giving these fools $20 a month, Gemini at Google, and I go ask a question pertaining to Donald Trump in politics, and they won't answer the question because they say they won't respond to political questions or queries. How is that any different? It's not. The big difference is,
I don't know that Chinese sleep better at night, since they know they're slaves, versus the way Americans sleep not knowing they're actually slaves. I think they all sleep the same. I don't know if it really affects things. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, until we can change a financial system that's based off debt and usury, because that's what is the underlying pinning of how all this shit is controlled. That's the big discussion about this whole DeepSeek thing, is how much money has been wasted from the United States.
And it's wasted because inherently that's our system is inherently set up to create financial moats around every industry. It's capitalism. So
so everybody can make a little bit.
There are pros and cons to everything. The cons outweigh, in my opinion, and I think everyone watching, the cons outweigh the pros in a communist scenario. The cons outweigh the pros in a socialist scenario, but there are some pros. And one of the pros in a communistic society is that you can scale quickly, you can pivot, you can, as we've seen with China. It's one head.
Are you now pro-communist? Do you want to move to China?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Just giving people
be like, I'll talk to you later, Blood. Guess we'll never see each other in person ever again.
Not at all, bro.
Not if you move to China, because this is one rice that ain't going to China. No Chinese rice for me.
The irony.
Yeah, and then ironic. I mean, honestly, dude, I mean, it would be interesting to see the government get scaled down and see how efficient we can run things and get things where the spending limits and the budget of the government are more controlled and limited, like how it would have been if we were under constitutional money. And that would be another thing too. I would love to see us return to fucking a form of constitutional money. That hasn't been mentioned.
What is constitutional money?
Gold and silver. It's stated in the Constitution. Money that's backed by gold and silver.
Not going to work.
And it had in the past until we got greedy and started reevaluating gold and all that shit.
No, it actually didn't work in the past.
Because they would have to reevaluate gold if they did that. And gold would be like how you talked about. What was the price that you said Bitcoin should be? I heard you say this on a stream a couple of days ago.
Around the 900,000 marker.
Okay, if you think, what do you think than that? I mean, I don't know if you've looked at gold, but what would you think gold should be based off that kind of number off Bitcoin? I mean, they would definitely have to reevaluate.
In today's economy, in today's society, I mean,
right.
maybe a 10x.
You know, something else I was
Here
going
we
to
are.
share with you, which I thought was
15 to 20,000.
Mark Moss sent out an email talking about the real rate of inflation. And I thought this was interesting, talking about 1950 changing the definition of inflation to kind of confuse people, when it really has to do with it's caused by an increase in money supply relative to the size of the economy. And we're talking since 2020, even the S&P 500 moves in perfect correlation with global liquidity. When you adjust the S&P 500 for the increase in money supply since 2000, it's actually down 20%.
The S&P
that's where
or inflation.
Yeah, the S&P would be down based off the inflation from 2020 is actually down 20%. Like that's kind of like where, in a sense, it kind of correlates with, you know, your equities, because they're not priced in correctly either. They would actually be up, not down. When you see these kind of
to control all deletes point, there's not enough supply. Like for us to go back to a what you call constitutional money,
revaluating would allow for the supply to match. Though you can reevaluate the price of gold, and it would be like somewhere between $40,000-$50,000 an ounce of gold, which is probably where gold should be.
Yeah, and I said 10x, so that's about 30,000. Where's it at right now? Like just shy of 3K or 2,500, somewhere around there.
Last I looked was 27, but let me see. We're looking at
the problem that people aren't thinking about
27.56, and we're looking at almost $31 silver.
The problem that people aren't thinking about in regards to precious metals is that we're entering, Rice, a hyper expansive technological progressionary period.
We are, but the central banks are also
AI, and
central banks are stacking the fuck out of gold. Okay,
no, hear me out. This means that we have to change our entire thought process as humans up until this point. What I mean by that is you can no longer think that gold is precious, silver is precious, any element is precious. We will be able to create gold and silver, I think, in the next at least the technology may not be the tech may not be publicly available.
Precious, yeah, I mean, precious is kind of I shouldn't say that. It's a dumb word to utilize with metals. It's just metals. Sound money metals, however you want to put it.
They're precious within, you know, our globe, our ecosystem, but it's definitely a whole bunch of gold and silver and whatever out in space. So,
well, I can say the same thing for Bitcoin supply when BlackRock forks the fuck out of it.
No one's going to go for that.
It's going to happen. Doesn't matter if anybody goes for it. It's going to happen.
But that would mean people would have to adopt it for consensus.
And look how much BlackRock controls. I've been warning people about that. I mean, me and you have said it. It's in their fucking disclaimer. It's in their commercials.
Yeah. Carlos,
you even have some core developers have talked about it.
I'm waiting for an AI equivalent of Jerome Powell giving us updates how they control our money. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Shout out. I just really want to give a quick shout out to Crypto Neck. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I place you on next week's giveaway. I believe you're a YouTube premium member as well. I can't remember. If not, but you're on there, brother.
Did somebody win Monday? I was watching part of your stream and you were like, T-Will did?
T-Will won. Yeah, Twill, as you like to call him.
Twill.
So thank you for that. And our goal is to get 5. So we got 4 more super chats in today's stream, and I will double next week's giveaway. So just letting everyone know. But what were you saying now?
I don't know. Is Chair Powell starts at 2:30?
2:30. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to have to spend some time like digging through this stuff in more detail with what Donald Trump has done specifically. And I mean, because he's signed a lot of executive orders, he's done a lot of things, and it's easy to miss.
I just want to know what parts that you don't like. That's what I'm trying to understand. other than Stargate, which you haven't done enough research into, right?
Right. I mean, there's
It
a
sounds
few
like all the shit that you don't like, you haven't really researched, Rice. And
I've already said that. I've already said
okay.
I don't feel comfortable talking about a lot of this because I haven't done enough homework on it. I'm just speaking more an opinion because again, I was hibernating. I've been fucking sick, dealing with this kitten with staples in her stomach, and this cat is a wild cat. Like when she
is this the same one I saw?
No, this is a cat that a little kitten that stumbled upon my door like 2.5 months ago that I took in. Cute little Russian blue.
Oh, you like Russian pussy?
This ended up being Russian blue. Let me show you her stomach though. When she fights the anesthesia. So when you bring the cat home from getting spayed, because they knock female cats out because it's surgery. It's different than boy cats where they just like it's very minimal. The healing process for this was not good for the female cat. So when we had to put her like in a kennel, and when she's in a kennel, while she's anesthesia out, she's thrashing. Like they say, some animals will fight the anesthesia or it makes them loopy. She just gets like, if you can imagine a super drunk cat that is at the same time aggressive. It was a mess, dude. Let me see here. This is pretty.
Oh, we got Ken Bozak in the building, right?
You see that shit?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Russian.
yeah.
Pussy.
Bozak's in the house. Is Bozak? If I'm not mistaken, he's watching us all the way from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. He's deep in the balls.
He's deep in the balls of the Gary. He's deep in Gary A's balls.
Shout out to Ken, man.
Shout out to ASV.
ASV, Asvoria. Yep, definitely. We got 2 minutes. Psycho Crypto says Trump doing good on his first week. Okay. Ken dropped us a super chat for 420.
That's Ken MO.
Yeah, indeed.
So Trump executive orders.
Gary.
He apparently wants to move out there. He's hanging out with Brittany Kaiser, getting manis and petties. You know what Brittany Kaiser is?
Too white for me, man. That's too Caucasian for me.
Do you know who Brittany Kaiser is? From the Cambridge Analytica stuff?
Yeah.
Can you imagine her and Bozak hanging out getting manis and petties in Gary's Bulgaria? Gary's bulge area.
Gary's bulge area. Oh my God. Bro. Let me put Ken on here, man. This is
that conversation. I would only like to be a fly on the wall, listen to those two talking while getting their feet
I liked her. And
I don't have a problem with her. She seems to be
disappeared though. Like
no, she's been. I mean, she's done things. She was helping to run Brock Pierce's presidential campaign.
She started wearing the Brock hats, and now I kind of dig the Brock hat on her.
And she's tied up with. I mean, she's done a lot of like things with Turpin through his. It was Coin Agenda. They rebranded the name of whatever their thing is, where they do like Bit Angels and things to that effect. Do you think Trump will accept Trump token, aka Trump coin? Oh, he's been going. Bozak has been going on about this coin versus token thing. Trump coin enters hotels and casinos and provide a discount incentive to increase utility to bring value to the token.
I do. Yep. He's a businessman.
I would think he would rather want the cash. Honestly, I still think he would want the cash. Maybe discounts.
He doesn't need the cash, bro.
He didn't need to put out a fucking meme coin either. That was actually pretty fucking dumb.
You think so? It was a bold move.
It was just basically saying, hey, scammers, you guys are allowed to scam. That's what it was. It was like, hey, it's okay. Let's all just scam everybody. Come on. It'll be good.
How's it a scam though?
what the fucking point is a Melania token? What is the fucking point of that? Like, the Trump thing could make a slight bit of sense, but not doing it 3 days before he takes office. That is like not cool. Like, it's just not very professional. Especially launching a token like that, because then I thought about like all the fucking projects that got sued by the SEC. I'm thinking about Reggie Middleton.
Ain't got nothing to do with, but that has nothing to do with, but that has nothing to do with Trump though, Rice.
Trump should
because
not
under Trump,
yeah, but Trump is not,
that shit wouldn't have happened.
Trump is not going to have consequences.
Listen,
as a
but
matter
under
of fact,
Trump,
Reggie was found guilty under Donald Trump. It was like 2016, 2017, 2018. That was Trump.
No, 17 is when he created Veritasium. But we'll have to go back and someone can just check for us. When did the SEC actually come after him, and when did he be found guilty?
I'm pretty sure it was 18.
I thought it was yeah, it was like 19, 18, 19.
Trump was president is what I'm trying to say. It was
he didn't now we have to
2019, October 2019. Trump was president.
But that's the
investigation was going on for a few years.
He didn't like
the investigation was going on for a few years.
I know. Yeah, he didn't like he was not pro crypto then. So, but a pro crypto Trump, that wouldn't have happened.
But I will tell you this, you know how he's come out no CBDC, right?
You don't like that?
No, I'm not saying, because I said there won't be a CBDC. I keep telling everybody
it's going to be stablecoin.
Stablecoin, and it's going to be USDC.
Right. Absolutely, I said that a long time.
And Trump set that up under his administration last time with Steve Mnuchin. I went through that whole One West Bank thing with Brian Brooks, who was the chief legal officer at Coinbase, who after he did his USDC thing with Coinbase and then did a bunch of interviews about the public sector and stable coins, which was a setup for no.
I exposed, not exposed, but I did. I think I was one of the first to remember. I played that clip of the guy from the DOJ having a sit down talking about his relationship with Tether.
Right, with allowing Tether and USDC to both freeze accounts and stuff. Yes. Yeah. But I don't they still may allow, honestly, they're probably going to allow multiple. It won't just be USDC. They're going to, because the treasury bond market is going down and banks are buying gold. They're selling treasuries.
I guess we can watch Jerome Powell for a little bit, but I'm not going to watch this whole damn thing, bro.
Thank you.
Let's see what they're talking about. Yeah, we can keep our conversation going. Hit that like button, ladies and gents.
You hear something? This makes me happy. My nephew texted me and said, it's late, but he said, did you hear about Ross Ulbricht? That warms my heart that my nephew, I don't know if he's watching. He's a youngin. He's a youngin.
For the federal.
Oh, we're buffering.
Federal funds rate. The committee will assess incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. We're not on any preset course. As the economy evolves, we will adjust our policy stance in a manner that best promotes our maximum employment and price stability.
Is it a scan or a scam?
If the economy remains strong and inflation does not continue to move sustainably toward 2%, we can maintain policy restraint for longer. If the labor market were to weaken unexpectedly or inflation were to fall more quickly than anticipated, we can ease policy accordingly. Policy is well positioned to deal with the risks.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Any of the SEC shit going on right now should be ended because of Trump coin.
As we previously announced,
like anything that right now is open litigation where the SEC has something going on, like Richard Hart, all these other people, it should just be dropped.
The committee began its discussions.
It's to me, it's very fucking hypocritical for the government to go after individuals when the president is doing this shit too.
But maybe that's why he did it.
Yeah, but then that opens the fucking floodgate for making crypto worse of a scam than it already fucking is, dude.
Events around the country and a
I disagree.
Conference in May.
Don't we want crypto to be open market? Don't we want it to be free, barrier to entry for anyone to do whatever they want to do, whatever coin they want to create, whatever?
Yeah, but not all the scam shit, dude. Not where people are losing money and people are putting out these projects that are like just pump and dumps, literally just to steal money from other people. No, I don't think that that's proper. I think there should be some sort of punishment, repercussion for people just trying to fuck people over.
Then you like regulation then?
I like justice. I like to see certain levels of regulation that don't cause harm. It would be the same kind of thing that we would see with Silk Road, because Silk Road did not allow things like corn. I'll say corn as a way of shortening what corn means, if you know what I'm talking about. With children.
Oh, you mean porn?
With children.
Oh, okay.
Like they didn't allow those kind of things on Silk Road. Silk Road was a free market, but there were certain things that you couldn't. There was certain. It was like things that cause harm. Do no harm.
Okay.
Do no harm. When you're harming other people, there should be repercussions.
That's not true, because he allowed harm. He allowed harmful substances to be sold on that platform. So I disagree with that. There was a level there. Yeah, drugs. I mean, you could buy and sell whatever you wanted on there.
Yeah, but you're honestly, in a way, I think it was better because it kept people out of the hoods. It allowed people to get drugs without having to go through some crazy shit to get the drugs.
But right, this is what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope when you like. I understand the corn child stuff. That okay, that's a baseline. But what would be the equivalent of child corn in the crypto markets? What is the equivalent? What's your baseline to say we cannot allow this in crypto and let the governments regulate that?
I mean, something like a BitConnect would be like an example. That was an MLM Ponzi scheme.
Okay. So Ponzi schemes. Okay.
Coins that have zero utility, use case, purpose, anything. You just can't create a coin just to have a coin. That's dumb. It's just, I think that's a stupidest fucking idea.
That's the part.
And then so I create a coin, and then I can offer private sales. I can do public sales, and all this should be allowable because of what Donald Trump has done with the Trump coin. Because obviously they're not going to go after Donald Trump. Who is selecting the SEC head? And the SEC's you have Trump selecting the person that would technically be the one to go after him. And they're not going to go after Trump. So to me, again, this is like opening the floodgates for saying, hey, it's okay to scam people. And I don't like that, dude, because
I just feel like, Rice, you're conflating scamming and people creating a coin and speculating. That's what I feel like you're conflating, scamming and speculating.
But speculating on something that's just an idea that people have no intention of building. How many projects are out there that are saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that? There was a project that we covered that said that they were going to do something with websites, and now they're supposedly pivoting the whole fucking idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucking scam. It's just, this didn't work for us, so we're going to try this. There's another coin that I think you were messaging me about last night without going into any detail, that's the third version of this token that's out. And on the third attempt, they got that woman involved. But the first two attempts, they didn't, because they were having to pay that woman 10% of the supply. So they were trying to do it without her and failed, and relaunched it a third time and got her involved. That's why I said what I said on that particular space. So if people can read between lines, then you know what I'm saying. But I'm just not going to point it out directly.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, you're from the same cloth that I am in regards to crypto and looking at it from a libertarian perspective. And I just don't know where the line is drawn, bro. Like, people in a free market, if we so-called want a free market, right? So we don't want these Gary Genslers of the world running around here determining what is right and what is wrong for us as humans. We're supposed to have sovereign rights to, do commerce and do whatever.
Yeah, but even under that sovereignty, there still is like underlying unwritten rules that you don't do no harm. Like when you come to like an anarchist, voluntarist point of view, the whole idea is do no harm. Don't force yourself upon others. Don't try to get people to do things that they're not wanting to do. And I've told you this, man, like, my problem with crypto, and I told you I thought about stopping doing crypto content, is because of the fact that the majority of crypto is already a scam.
Yeah, we had this conversation this morning, and I said
the majority of crypto is a scam. I've said this a lot of times, and then you're going to have this open fucking invitation for all the shitheads, the people who are catfishing, the people that don't even show their identity. It's like giving all the Nigerian princes.
Why you gotta be the Nigerian ones though? Why I gotta be the Nigerian one?
That's the only country that contact me about. Send me money and I'll send you more money. So unfortunately, I've not had any others contact me. It just ends up being in that direction. Okay, so Nigerian princes are getting a fucking open invitation to do what Nigerian princes do.
I personally, bro, I think that so Ken Bozak said, for the record, Asvoria is a pivot project. We rebranded once. So would you consider Asvoria a scam, Rice?
No, because they're talking to their community and they're keeping people abreast of what's going on. The project that I mentioned to you that we covered are not.
Okay, I understand that. So I'm just trying to understand where meme coins become scams if they don't promise anything.
Oh, I think memes are scams.
See, again, I think you're conflating scams with speculation.
You can have utility with something.
Because scamming means you're promising something
that you're not going to deliver on. Yeah, semantics, man. I mean, you said everything has changed. I woke up in a different universe where Ken Bozak is the scammer.
Is it? He's a scammer in ball. How do you say it?
Gary's Bulge area.
He's a scammer in Gary's Bulge area. Round of applause, man.
We've become that which we hate.
Yeah.
It just sucks, dude. I mean, I just.
So is Dogecoin? Hold on. So is Dogecoin a scam?
I mean, if we're going under your definition of scam, then it would be no. But there is no purpose in it. There's no reason for it to technically exist. 10 pound, I love you. It's just no reason for it to exist, in my opinion.
What did 10 pound say? I don't even see it.
My G Rice. I don't know if he's like saying good or bad. I mean, dude, I've told you how frustrated I am about the whole crypto space as it is. I mean, and it's going to it's to me, like having all these projects that are more speculative that people are speculating on that aren't really doing anything is already bad enough. And when you add more to it, it's going to ruin this whole fucking thing. The more scammers that you have scamming people, the less that people are going to want to get involved in it. And if it's an open playing field for scammers, a lot of people are going to lose a lot of fucking money. And a lot of scammers are going to get money and nobody's going to get in trouble. And it's just going to it's just going to be bad for Bitcoin. Everything's going to be bad for Bitcoin. Everything's going to be bad for the good cryptos that are doing something positive to change things. That's my only feeling on it. And I agree with you saying like, it's not necessarily a scam, but something that doesn't have any use case, utility, no purpose for fucking existing. If people want to, then speculate on air.
They do.
Find different things to fucking speculate on.
It's called air rights. People speculate on air rights. They buy air rights.
I promise you I will. I will, T Will.
What did T Will say?
T Will is saying,
why am I not seeing the same messages that you're seeing? Are you like not scrolled down or something?
I guess I'm not. No, I am. Okay. I am. Blood is still sleeping, Rice. He doesn't know what you know. I don't know what that means. Because me and Blood are pretty tied together. Like,
I don't see any of that, bro.
We might as well be fucking gray. When you put black and our colors together and make us one individual.
So people have no power. Look at what T Will says. People have no power. So he's asking you, Rice. So people have no power over their get rich schemes. Is that ultimately what
scheme is not scheme is not a good word either. I don't like schemes. Schemes go into like pyramids and shit. I mean, I definitely didn't. We can have a conversation where we're talking about scams and what we don't like about the cryptocurrency space. And I will also make sure I'm doing better research so I can come better prepared for the Trump stuff and let people know why I feel how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
What is this asshole saying?
Who?
This dude on the screen.
Ken?
No, the motherfucker, Jerome Powell.
The guys with the dicks in their hands. Let's see what they're talking about now, guys.
An Office of Minority and Women's Inclusion.
So I did mention
hit the like button,
consistent
ladies
with
and
applicable law, right?
Share this thing out too. If you guys are watching on X, be sure to retweet.
Elizabeth.
Yes, retweet us, please.
Post
us, I think it's called now.
Just to follow up on Steve's question, what reassurance can you give the American public that the Fed will continue to operate independent of politics under this administration?
Oh my God.
He just did
countless times over the years.
Yeah.
This is who we are. This is what we do.
Oh, good buffer.
Let's
we study the data. We analyze how it will affect.
What I'm more curious now
is balance of risks. And
I
we
would
use
be
our
more
tools
curious
to
as to
try
what Donald Trump
given our
is
best
saying
understanding, our
about
best thinking, try to achieve our goals. That's what we do. That's all.
That would be more interesting to me.
As I've said countless times over the years, this is who we are. This is what we do. We study the data. We analyze how it will affect the outlook and the balance of risks, and we use our tools to try to, given our best understanding, our best thinking, try to achieve our goals. That's what we do. That's always what we do. Don't look for us to do anything else. And that's, lots of research shows that's the best way for a central bank to operate. That'll give us the best possible chance to achieve these goals for the benefit of the American people. That's always what we're going to do, and people should have confidence in that, as I said a few minutes ago.
You've said that the Fed is in wait-and-see mode based on the policies that come out of this administration. Has the Fed started to model what policies like mass deportations, changes in immigration policy specifically, would look like for the workforce and for inflation?
So one of the things our staff does is they look at a range of possible outcomes, and they tend to go from really good to really bad, and it's one of the best things that they do. And in each teal book, you can look at the 5-year-old teal books and see their alternative simulations. So that's what they do. There'll be a baseline, and then they'll show 6 or 7 alternative scenarios, including really good ones and not so good ones. And what those do is they spark, the policymakers to sort of think and understand about the uncertainties that surround this. So yes, the staff does that, and we're all well aware that that the range of possibilities is always broad, and not just now, but always. And it's hard to be open to just how broad the possibilities are for an economy. No one saw the pandemic coming, and it changed everything. Things happen, but yes, we do that. But
I would say 99% of the people didn't know the pandemic was coming. I would say that there was some people who definitely knew it was coming.
Oh, like Dr. Fauci?
Yeah. And all those people who were at that scenario, like that, I forget what it's called, but there was an exercise that they had done like October 2019, I believe, where it was going over a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So what is
Ken talking about? He's saying I'll join.
Maybe he's talking about joining here, or talking about joining on the Scam Talk.
Ken, you want to join the stream? Let me know. I'll drop it to you, bro.
He is an expert on scams.
Further progress on inflation, and the story's there. We're just going to have to see the data. At the end of the day, it comes down to 12-month inflation, because that takes out the seasonality issues that may exist. And one example, key example, is that you now do see.
What'd you say?
So I miss doing videos with you. It's good to be back.
I know, bro. We got to get you out of hibernation, bro. I had to get you out.
From non-market services, which don't tend to send much signal. So you can look through all that and think, okay, that then we seem to be set up for further progress. But being seemed to set up for it is one thing. Having it is another. So we're going to want to see further progress on inflation. Remember, we're not, we're under 2%, but our goal is 2%, and we do mean to get back sustainably to 2%.
And in terms of the labor market, I mean, how is that broadly, you said a broad set of indicators show that it's in pretty solid place. Was there broad agreement on that? There's been a few underlying indicators that are showing perhaps some weakness, a low hiring rate, workers reporting that it's increasingly difficult to find a job. Is that of concern to the committee?
So you're right. I mean, we look at, of course, a very broad range. So it starts with unemployment, with the unemployment rate, employment participation, wages, job quits, are people quitting, that kind of thing, the ratio of vacancies to unemployed. We look at all those things, and you put your finger though on it's a low hiring environment. So if you have a job, it's all good. But if you have to find a job, the job finding rate, the hiring rates have come down, and that's more typical of a. Let's say that the unemployment, that the labor market is at a sustainable level. It's not overheated anymore. We don't think we need it to cool off anymore. We do watch it extremely carefully. It's one of our 2 goal variables. But I'd say we watch those things quite carefully. But nonetheless,
something weird.
Overall, look at the.
For some reason, and my chat may be messed up because I'm actually looking at the time, and the chat that just came up is from saying 2:13. 14:13, which would be 2:13 military time. So my shit looks like it's gone. Does this chat not stay current?
It should.
Because I'm having people talk, like I'm seeing stuff about Stargate and cancer.
Oh, whoa, that's way out. You
Make America affordable again. Will that bump me out?
Yeah, but I can just add you back in.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll refresh it.
All right. T. Will with another $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I will add you to the list. That is number 3. Indeed, number 3. Let's get to we got 2 more, ladies and gents. 2 more. All right, Rice, you're back in. You're locked and loaded. How you looking on the chat?
Current.
All right,
this is nice. Yeah, it was like, I guess I was talking to people in the past.
Yeah, some John Titor type shit.
But now the most recent thing is what's the difference between Hex and Trump coin? Is that like a repeat? Because I thought I saw that earlier.
No, that's
and here it is coming up again with from anything. It's anything from clicks again. Like, is he just keep posting the same question? Yeah, he just posted it again. Do you see it?
I don't see it, bro.
Okay, well, I see like Jonah Curry.
Budget process. We're fully aware that we owe that to the public, and we believe we do that.
So,
I've got no further comment than that. Thanks.
Awesome. Chris, I'm glad that he did so many.
Chris Rugaber at Associated Press.
The Congress can still undo what Trump does.
Yeah,
so they don't. So if someone didn't want Ross,
but the thing
I think Ross is the least of the problems with all the executive orders, which is kind of good for Ross. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but
man, ain't nobody. Listen, Trump is the best president we've seen in our lifetimes, and I just want people to start giving him credit. Like
I'm giving him credit for the Ross thing, man.
Like,
I'm giving him credit.
All my crypto people cannot say a damn thing.
I gave him credit on X, and I also made sure that he was aware of the Roger Ver situation as well, because he also needs to do something in regards to that.
Ooh,
I don't know if you saw it.
Let's talk about that.
Mickey Willis just put out a 20-minute documentary. The guy that did some of those documentaries about the 2020. You know Mickey Willis is.
Let's talk about this Roger Ver thing. I know you're friends with him. How do you feel about that? You think he should get a pardon from Trump? Because I brought this up on the stream the other day.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, so Aaron Day had a really good post. Let me see if I could find it. That will kind of answer, I think, what you would ask me, because I think I know you well enough. So let me see here.
Hit the like button, ladies and gents. We got 400 people watching the stream all together, so we appreciate you. If you're watching you're popping X pills, please repost this and follow Rice at Rice TVX and follow me at CryptoBlood_. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment in the chat right now.
I'm looking under my retweets because it's hard to find this thing. But there's a lot of information that's being given, like as far as, okay, here we go. There's a hearing on February 3rd. It's a motion to dismiss, and it's in Washington, D.C., United States District Court of Central District of California. So constitutional violations, this is some of the problems with it. The exit tax imposes unapportioned direct taxes, violating the Constitution's apportionment clause. It taxes unrealized gains, which do not qualify as income under the 16th Amendment. The tax burdens the fundamental right to expatriate, infringing on due process and international norms. The regulatory vagueness at the time of Veer's expatriation in 2014, there was no clear tax guidance for cryptocurrency. The IRS issued its first notice 2014-21 weeks after Veer expatriated, leaving taxpayers like him without clarity. The lack of legal clarity makes the indictment unfairly vague and undermines its validity. Procedure and evidentiary issues. The government selectively quoted communication to misrepresent Veer's intent. There are allegations of violations of attorney-client privilege during the investigation. The government has not quantified the taxes it claims Veer owes, further highlighting the lack of legal and factual foundation. Good faith efforts by Veer. Veer proactively hired professional advisors, sought appraisals, and attempted to comply with unclear tax laws. The legal framework at the time failed to adequately address cryptocurrency, making compliance nearly impossible. Veer's attorneys are requesting dismissal of all charges, arguing that this case is built on constitutional violations, flawed legal foundations, and due process concerns.
Me, bro.
I've never heard.
Yo, this right. I'm sorry, I was listening, but this.
Did you
right
gift
here,
yourself a membership?
No, that's what Ken Bozak did. Ronald Clark. I've never seen. This is legendary. This may be the most
He bought a membership and then he claimed it.
Most profound thing I've seen on live.
Instead of just becoming a member.
He gifted himself the membership.
Yeah.
Round of applause, man. This shit is legendary.
I'm telling you, there must be something about being in Gary's Bulge area.
Yeah.
Did he want to join us?
Oh my god!
Did he say?
Ken, I sent you the link in X. I DM'd you the link in X if you wanted to jump on. Now I got to do a hard stop, right? At 3 o'clock, at 3:30. I'm sorry, at 3:30,
no, you're good.
3:20.
No, you're good because I told you I had to be done by 4.
Yeah, so
I could do something Friday potentially.
Yeah, we gotta.
Now, if you want to do something,
so much, bro.
If you want to do some off shit, we can do a Rumble, like a Rumble stream, like we did before.
Rumble in the jungle.
Rumble and X, no YouTube, and just say what the fuck we want.
Oh man, let's do it. X and Rumble.
A little revisiting of the uncensored in
uncensored, man. Let's do it
in a non-guilty way.
Let's do it because I was talking to Big Homie CC last night, and he knows
Ken can join us. Even if you're in Gary's Bulge area, you can join us.
Even if you're in Gary's Bulge
area. That's why he likes it. Because it's called Bulge area.
So Jonah says, don't get me wrong, I would like to rather have Trump than Creepy Joe or Witch Kamala. Trump is just the lesser evil.
Yeah, but that's not what I want. And that's not what everybody should have. And that's not what America deserves technically either. Is if we're looking at this as a lesser of all evil situation. And that's honestly, in a lot of ways, how I was looking at it. You know, I told you personally, my vote was for a couple different reasons, but I also wanted to cancel out somebody's vote. Somebody who I said, don't vote.
Hey, can I ask you how that person is feeling right now? I'll keep it.
Yeah, no, I mean, everything's kosher, but we're not Jewish.
How is that?
Kosher.
how is that person feeling about the current state of America?
I haven't had that discussion, but that person was extremely happy to hear about Ross Ulbricht.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and saw how, you know, how I felt about that situation.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't know about you, man, but you know, I mean, I've been locked up, and the longest I've ever been locked up is right over 6 months. I couldn't imagine being in prison for over 11 years and then being free, and trying to bring attention to the free Ross thing for years. I've been doing, you know, trying to get people to sign this petition since 2018. I used to go on around the blockchain when I win and tell people to go to freeross.org and sign up for the petition.
You did. You most definitely did. You've interviewed Ross' mother. Yeah.
You know, it brought tears to me, man, to like see him be fucking free, man. That's a beautiful fucking thing. It was a good day for freedom to see what happened with.
Are you going to get him on?
I mean, obviously, I'd like to, but I'm not bugging him. For one, he's already said, I feel there's going to be a lot more priority with other people before me.
Why not? Why?
Because there's been other people supporting this thing way before me.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, like Luke Rudowski from We Are Change, he actually was the first person to ever interview Lynn Ulrich. The first person to ever interview her, ever. So if anybody should get an interview with Ross first, it should be him.
Shout out to Trump for freeing the black woman that was locked up for 3 years for protesting in front of a abortion.
There was a bunch of people. I can't remember
it was
what
24. It was like 24, 25.
Elderly people who were standing up for their Constitution, standing up for their First Amendment right, that were all in prison or mostly imprisoned.
Yeah, they were in prison. They've been in prison for 3 years.
Some of them, not all of them.
Trump freed them.
Yeah,
the evil person that you guys are talking about. Yeah, round of applause.
I'm not saying he's evil.
Not you. No, not you. Someone.
I question whether he's evil. I'm not saying he's evil.
This is what I'm saying, ladies. It doesn't matter if he is Jesus Christ. Y'all still gonna feel the way y'all feel. So I'm not trying to convince anybody. You're gonna feel the way.
I mean, we've had such shitty fucking leadership. It's hard to. It's gonna take. I mean, actions speak louder than words, and it's only been 9 days. Okay, so I definitely can't base my decision on Trump, and my vote on 9 days. I can say that he has kept a lot of his promises.
True. Right. I agree with you. Like, he's coming out. He's coming out swinging hard, ladies and gentlemen. But like some things, you know, it may be a situation where you're shooting your shot too early. Right. That could be so this is why I'm keeping so far so good. We're going to say that so far so good, Rice.
Sorry, my wild cat started scratching shit. She's vindictive. When she wants my attention and not giving it to her, she does vindictive things to get my attention.
Tara makes a great
Snowden, yeah. He hasn't done anything with Assange either. Now Assange, I mean, he's not pardoned. What was Assange? How did the Assange stuff end? He wasn't pardoned. So how did it end? Was it
good question? Not sure. Shout out to Crypto City.
I mean, I should remember this, but there's been so much shit that's happened since Assange was freed.
Oh shit, we got a legendary person in the building, Rice.
Is he with us?
We got a legendary person in the building, Rice.
Can we see the bulge area?
I don't want to see the bulge area.
That's why I want to make sure we can't see a bulge area.
Okay, no, we can't. Round of applause.
Dude, that beard makes your head look so big. Look at that big head.
Shit. Ken got the man bun like this.
Look,
he got the man bun.
It looks like he actually took a bath. Are you clean?
I just got out of the shower. I was watching you in the shower, guys.
Oh, nice. Were you spanking it? Were you spank chaining?
No, don't
no
spank chain, dude, classic. I remember.
Dude,
that.
I was soapy hand typing in the chat and all, just trying to type.
Horrible, bro. Absolutely horrible. What's going on, Ken, man?
Listen, Real quick, Assange, plea deal, U.S. plea deal. So he could still be pardoned.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Are you in Gary's Ball area right now, Ken?
Yeah, I got a private rooftop, and that's the ocean or the Black Sea, and Ukraine's like right there.
Nice. How are the women out there?
Beautiful. Everybody's so nice. Like everybody. It's so
bud. How was the bud quality?
Like 1990s swag.
Oh shit! It's like Mexican can weed, dirt weed.
It's dude. I bought a vape cart off somebody for like 80 local dollars, which is like 40 American dollars, and I'm pretty sure it's just like
CBD.
Dirt. You know, it's like red, and I'll send you a picture, bro. I'm not trying it. I'm
crazy.
just considering that a loss, dude. It is a loss.
You can't import shit in. You haven't found your connections.
No, I'm not gonna risk that. I mean, I got some flour.
Bulgarian mobs and shit.
Yeah, well, it's super duper illegal here. Like super duper duper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like jail time shit illegal.
Yeah, so like I only have what I'm going to smoke on me, so I don't get caught with anything ever.
That's like Thailand,
it's super sketchy.
Isn't Thailand like that? Or
yeah,
one of those countries.
Thailand, Dubai, United Emirates. All that.
There's a lot of places that don't play games with it, dude. It's weird. After traveling around the world, yeah.
Are you moving to Bulge?
I mean, I don't have a return flight to America, bro.
Okay. So you're not planning on coming back anytime soon?
No, unless I got to.
You don't think you could have said that before you left?
Well, I mean, I'll be back for conferences and stuff, but I might be like living here.
Oh, so you're one of those I'm leaving America when Trump get in type situation.
I did the exact day. Look at my tweet. Look at my Facebook. I left the country,
bro.
Now I'm sure that just ended up being coincidental, though.
Yes, yeah. My life's a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Is the guy's name Nico? Is he the main dude?
Yeah, Nico.
He bought the Satoshi Hotel or something.
Well, he bought a hotel and renovated it and rebranded it, and it's not a hotel anymore. It's just like a workspace that has rooms for employees, because we can't just let people rent the room. That would be like a whole different business problem. So it's just like a workspace with a stage and a studio, and it has rooms for like people that like if you two want to come to Bulgaria and hang out with me and make some videos, I got like a fucking VIP hotel overlooking the ocean, a room, private room, just waiting for you guys. Just come on down. I'll get you a flight. I'll get you 3 square meals a day, and we'll just fuck around and have fun.
Yeah, I got to get my passport shit worked out, but I'm already working on it. So
yeah,
do it, because I got like.
No, I'll come out there. I'm not participating in contests and pepper eating shit. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't mind promoting and being a part of like, marketing and things to that effect. But
have you seen the videos I made with Russell?
Yeah, they're pretty comedic and entertaining.
Yeah. If you're down to make some videos like that with me, I got you a free flight, and we can smoke and have fun in Bulgaria. And as long as we make a few videos on stage, it's paid.
We call it Bammer here. In the D, we call it Bammer.
The dirt weed?
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't exist in the United States anymore. Like that, it should be outlawed. Because I haven't seen that shit in so long. Like anybody who has that shit should commit suicide. Anybody who's selling it should do the world a favor and commit suicide.
I just want to know how there's how. How do you still sell that?
So how did I used to get high on it?
Ken, tell us about what's going on with Asvoria as to currently.
Give me 2 minutes. I have to walk through my apartment, and Russ is staying here for a couple days before he goes to Canada. So I got to be quiet. I'm going to grab my charger.
Where's is Brittany? Did I see pit stop between Davos and the Satoshi Roundtable? Which is a really weird mix. You go from Davos, World Economic Forum, to hanging out with Bozak, getting medis and whatever, and then going to end up at the Satoshi Roundtable. That's interesting. Did she leave yet?
I love Brittany.
Okay.
Yeah, she left this morning.
She say anything about
she
Davos?
left at like 7 a.m. this morning. Yeah, she had a great time, dude. She made a lot of legit connections, and all I can say is she's on the team. You know, she's on Asvoria's team, and that's why I can't do so much stuff right now. Like, I haven't been doing any spaces or podcasts. My hands are tied, but awesome things are happening.
Okay. Well, you should always hit me up when you get a chance. How far ahead of time are you? Like, what are you at? Like 6 hours ahead, 7 hours? You're like 9, 10 o'clock?
7. It's
so
10 p.m.
10, 12. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit you up tomorrow, and you can maybe tell me some of this shit.
Well, let's do a phone conference or a video conference chat.
Okay.
Catch us up.
Yeah,
for sure.
I could tell the motherfucker wants to say something, but he can't say something, but he wants to say something. And he's like, it's some good stuff. It's really beneficial. I know, Bozak.
Are you, real quick before you leave, Bozak, the Asvoria is still like a metaverse situation too, right? With the pivot?
Not metaverse. We're not using that word anymore because it's been beaten to a pulp. And I even told my team, like, it doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean. We have introverses, so we just call them virtual spaces. But yeah, like a metaverse in quotes, but yes, a virtual space.
Okay.
We have one built for Vesa. It's an entire pyramid art gallery in like real size scale of his art displayed in the museum. And it's a virtual space metaverse, if that's what you still related to. But without interoperability, we don't have metaverses.
Wasn't there something that was going to be done with websites, like sort of like, I don't know if you want to call them like dynamic websites, sort of like meta style websites, or is that?
Yeah, but here's the difference, bro. Yeah, but you won't own that if you do it with like GoDaddy and stuff. Like when they do start doing like virtual, like spatial dimensional websites, just like on Altspace or any of the other virtual space platforms that existed, they're just going to rug pull you if they don't like what you're doing, or if they just decide that we don't want to do work anymore. Like, so many people built Altspace environments to host their podcast, to sell actual business like goods and services, and then now Altspace just thanks for all the fish. Yep. With Asvoria, everything will be tokenized. So even if our company says peace, it's still all on the blockchain. You own that virtual space.
It's doing something similar with like a portion of the unstoppable domains thing, in a sense.
Yeah, and we're also working with the Singularity and AI stuff, and Ben and Brittany and all kinds of cool shit when it comes to like
talking about
the AI building it. Yeah, so like think of like how AI like how everyone's using DeepSeek to like, oh, you could just do this to build a website or build an app. Well, yeah, and you're going to be able to use Asvoria AI to build a virtual space and like the avatars and stuff. Dude, it's going to be so dope. Like you could sell you.
I still want to get a coochie store in Asvoria, so we're rebooting that this year.
Exactly. I want brick and mortar businesses.
There's project launches that are going to be taking place on, I guess it's a launch pad, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you go to asvoria.app right now, there's 3 or 4 projects that were basically proof of concepts, partnerships, and we are limiting the first few like that we drop. But we're doing one with AI. We're doing another community-based one. There's a couple already on the launch pad, though.
Oh, they got They got the first thing I see on the website is news about this McAfee thing.
Ken,
and we were
asked about the Soul token. What are you guys doing with that?
Anything? With like Solana Soul?
I don't know.
ASV.
I don't think Soul like SOUL token. I don't think.
Oh, for Elemental Souls.
Oh,
yeah,
Elemental
we're still
Souls.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's still AJ basically has half the art already done for all 420 characters. We sold about 200 of them in the pre-sale. And yeah, as soon as it hits Asvoria.app launchpad, the price is going to be increased. Like the $42 was like the pre-sale before there was like a landing page. But yeah, if you go to Asvoria.app and you're looking at crimecast.ai, Elemental Souls will have a very similar launchpad after these initial projects are done launching. We have Bad Days. I believe we're working with Abagachi, and I've had Splinterlands on the hook for a while. So shout out to Blaze. Yeah, a bunch of cool shit that we're doing. Just this is like proof of concept, you know, like Pong for the Atari for the first couple projects.
Cool.
But yeah, I will be doing Elemental Souls.
Great to hear.
All right, man. Well, you said you have a hard stop in like 13 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can jump off if you guys want to wrap up your show.
You can wrap up with us, or you can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, you can wrap up with us, bro. We just I
haven't seen. It's the first I've streamed in like 6 weeks, I think.
Yep.
It's definitely.
Yeah, I haven't been allowed to. I haven't been allowed to do anything. I mean, I could, but I always get high and say things that'll get me in trouble, and I'm not trying to lose this fucking job.
I hear that, bro. I hear that.
I mean, if they hired you, they know who you are. They know like what you're about. So I can't see what you would do to fuck it up.
No, like things I just can't say because then it's like
maybe like if you're continuing your adult what is the word I'm looking for? Your porn career. If you were continuing your porn career, I could see that being a problem.
That's just on pause, dude. That's a forever on pause situation. You don't quit. You just take breaks, dude.
Yeah, if your ass ever started, you're not gonna quit. If you got enough Bulgaria, if you got enough Bulgaria to start doing porn, and
I scarred Satoshi Sean by telling him to go on to Pornhub and search Ken Bozak.
I think they removed that video after it hit like 1 million views. I don't know if it's still up there anymore.
No, I think what ended up happening because they've apparently when they got bought out, there was a bunch of stuff removed because there was attachments to minors.
What, dude? I was clearly of age.
No,
maybe it's because I have a baby dick that could have triggered the yeah.
Who's got an innie, not an outie?
Yo.
Yeah.
It's like a belly button.
Short.
It's a belly button.
Rice, this was being turned into a short, bro. Timestamp. Hour and 23. This is being a short. That is legendary right there. First Ken gives himself a membership, which I don't know how the hell you do that.
You got to help keep his image clean though. He wants to keep his job, remember.
Okay.
No, I can be a degenerate. It's just there's things that I'm not allowed to say.
That's hilarious, bro.
We just launched like the other day.
No, you get certain information out. I mean, you're technically giving out like insider information. So there is stuff that you're not supposed to. I am physically with the team, exactly. And that's why I'm not allowed to invest in shit, and I like can't move crypto, and I ain't trying to fuck around. Like I'm taking this pretty serious because like if we have a chance to be like a fraction of like Sandbox and OpenSea, I'm good, bro. Like I'll go to conferences and talk Asvoria on stage for the next 10 years.
Right.
That's good, man. Like I said, I mean, I definitely want to tell Russ when he gets back to the States to hit me up.
So yeah, he's sleeping right now. I'll probably run into him.
But you said he's going to Canada. Whenever he gets back home and shit, tell him to hit me up. I'll message him too.
Oh. Yeah. No, we're working out here, so I'll tell him to hit you up because that's what we're here for.
Right.
Get some work done.
So what are you thinking about everything that's been going on in the past 9 days since Trump's taken office, Ross Ulbricht, all this stuff?
I mean, yeah, give them a carrot before you give them the stick, and at least they'll be grateful they got something. That's the whole Trump's whole thing. I don't know. I definitely called the top of the meme token thing. I said 60 to 70 billion on Facebook. I bought in at like $6. I sold it at $60, and immediately that was it. It never went back. I I don't think it ever will unless he accepts it as his like businesses and stuff, but I highly doubt it because if you look at the website, it says that we have no intention on using this for anything. It's just a way for you to donate to, President Trump or whatever. He did it intentionally before he was sworn in, so he could always just forgive himself. He has that power. He didn't do it as president. There's a whole lot of crazy shit to think about it, but I
didn't think about that part, pardoning himself. I mean, that makes sense. But if you're also hiring the fucking enforcement agent that would be going after you, which is putting the SEC, he's the one bringing the new head of the SEC in.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I've been short Trump since 40 bucks. So yeah, I think it's heading lower for sure.
If anything, it's going to turn out to be the same legal process of misusing IP on white labeling trademarked content. So you asked me to put my face on your t-shirts and you started selling those t-shirts to people, and then the way you did it wasn't a part of the agreement that I made. And there is definitely a escape clause for him in whoever clicked that mint token button and Trump himself, right? 100% there's a scapegoat clause there. He just white labeled his IP, and instead of putting his face on a t-shirt, somebody put it on a token. They called it coin. I mean, the fact that it's labeled as a coin, I know, Rice, I keep bringing it up, but it's literally false advertising to the masses. Somebody could start a class action lawsuit because he sold me a coin, but by definition of technology, it was a token.
I mean, that makes sense. So what is the difference between a coin and a token?
Though they don't call them meme tokens, Ken.
That doesn't matter. That's misused vernacular. It doesn't change the definition of what you're selling me. If I keep calling weed flour, and then I go to a dispensary and they sell me actual cooking flour, it's not what I asked for.
But legal definitions are different than regular English language definitions too. And we're dealing with legal situations. So you got to look at the legal language.
It's not a coin, though. It's a token. Dogecoin's a meme coin.
It is a token.
Is Dogecoin a coin or a token?
Coin.
It's a coin. It has its own blockchain. That's the exact difference. The technology
chain, it makes it a coin.
Yeah,
and it makes it
much. And if your token is something that's created on an existing layer 1 chain.
Yes, and it has no value essentially no value because of that. And if you look at Ethereum, when they updated a few years ago, every dApp and DAO that was built on Ethereum had to force update manually smart contracts, and over 50% of them could not succeed. So Justin Sun funded over 50% of the dApps and DAOs that could not update to Ethereum 2.0. And Vitalik just last week says, "Oh, I want to update Ethereum again." What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Solana updates the dApps with the OS. Ethereum is like Apple. If you update the OS, it's up to the app to build the update. Solana will update the apps with the operating system.
No, Solana's the future, bro. I told you.
So I think CryptoNeck has reached out to you about that Zen and X1.
Yeah.
So I interviewed that Jack Levin guy with not Zen, but X1.
CryptoNeck.
X1, it's that video with just their communities had 4,000 views.
Yeah, I saw that. I peeped.
So they've got a crazy fucking community. But the X1 blockchain is a fork of Solana.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So just like I didn't realize that. I guess BNB, like Binance Smart Chain, is a fork of Ethereum.
Yeah.
I didn't
Doge is a fork of Bitcoin, right?
It's a code fork of Bitcoin. No, it's a code. It's a code fork of Litecoin.
Litecoin's a code fork of Bitcoin. Dogecoin's a code fork of Litecoin. It's a Matryoshka doll.
Code of a code.
Yeah,
it's like a copy of a copy.
Yeah, it's one of them Russian dolls for sure. Well, we're gonna wrap up, man. It's 3:25. I appreciate you coming on, Ken, and we got to do this more often.
It's like a family.
I'm happy my internet worked.
Yeah. It's been working. Looks good, bro. Looks good.
I like your middle name, by the way.
Smoke all those bulges.
Have you seen his middle name?
Probably a scam. Yeah.
I woke up in an alternate universe where crypto was accepted. Ross Ulbricht was free. The Tornado Cash developers were free, and Ken Bozak is a Solana scammer. this is the world that I woke up in. It's like, what the hell is CERN doing to us daily?
And men and women are
because I will tell you. Let me look at the dates
sex.
here. Let me look at the dates here. I will tell you on January 17th, Friday, January 17th, 18th, 19th, we were living in Earth A. When we hit the 20th, we just turned to Earth B. Everything fucking shifted. Everything shifted. That was the crazy thing.
And we haven't even talked about full disclosure with the UAP stuff. There's a lot going on there. A lot.
Dude, I haven't stopped. I have not stopped looking up all week. I'm telling you.
What I've heard so far is that this was the FAA, that this was our own government doing this just to fuck with people.
Well,
not to fuck with people. I think they're looking for something.
Said it wasn't.
No, they're looking for stolen nuclear weapons.
Big homie said it was China.
Yeah.
Big homie said that we shot down a satellite over Turkey or something that was the central control center for those drones. So he said that it's actually China. They don't want to tell us that, but that's what.
Joe Rogan. I don't know if you saw what he had retweeted right when all this stuff was going off, but there is a guy that worked in producing drones for the military. That's a contractor. And he was saying that basically back from the Cold War time period when Russia and America was disarming nuclear weapons, that some of the nukes from Russia ended up becoming missing.
A lot.
And some of them are in Ukraine, and some of them are making their way to the United States.
I heard about that too.
So that is what I'm understanding. The drones are searching, and that's why they're doing it at night.
Yeah, they're sniffing for something for sure.
But they don't want to alarm the public. Like they think people can't handle this shit. Like at this point, we could handle alien disclosure at this point.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, we're wrapping up, ladies and gents. Hit that like button. Make sure you go follow Ken on Twitter, on X. What is your handle on X?
It's at probably a scam. At probably
scam.
Kenneth Bozak.
Kenneth Bozak on X. Go follow Rice at RiceTVX. Go follow me, Crypto Blood, at CryptoBlood_. That's a wrap, ladies and gents.
Holla.
Hit that like button. Holla. That's right. Holla.
Have a day.
I got to bounce, gentlemen. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Cannot be in touch. Blood, love you.
All right, bro. Thanks.
Much love, fam.
Thanks for the invite.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just Bloods do. Bad motherfucker, but in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why Crypto Blood, just the toast is on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Rice TVX, the Mike's Live Wire. American Pitbull, real gold buyer. Sound money advocate, vice defender. In the crypto arena, he's the top contender. From the gritty streets of the digital age, Rice lays wisdom, chapter and page. Silver, gold, he scores only the bold. Land, life, and liberty, these values hold. Constitution, deep dive, knowledge revival. Navigate the system, critical for survival. Rice engraved like inscriptions on metal. Pitbull in the game, lead foot on the pedal,
Oh, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Honey? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.